Good evening. Oh, that sounds so formal. Good evening. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Interlude, our Wednesday night service, which we put into place to kind of offer an opportunity to press the pause button midweek and give ourselves an opportunity to reorient, recenter in what we know to be true, and be able to carry that into the rest of our week. And so, shall we begin with prayer? I like to begin at the beginning. I find that for myself, the recreation within my own consciousness of the beginning, of where I start, where I stand, what I consider to be solid ground, that by starting there again and again, I deepen my knowingness of what is true. I strengthen my knowingness of what is true. And it does take repetition. And each time I do it, it expands a little wider, a little deeper, a little higher, and nudges out any doubts, any voices that, or beliefs that would speak otherwise. And so I begin at the beginning, in that there is only one infinite something that we choose to call God. This infinite something is everywhere present. It is every when present. There is no place, nowhere that we could go where it would not be. And so knowing this to be true, knowing that there really truly can only be one infinite something, that there cannot be two, leads me back home again every time to that I must be of it, because there is nothing else for me to be made out of. And so this one something is expressing as me, is individuating as me, is thinking me into being now and now and now. I am of it, and therefore all that is true of it is true of me. So anything that my heart could desire already resides where I am. God is love, therefore I am love. It can't be any other way. God is life. We see this evidenced in the creation of this one ground of all being all around us. Therefore, I am life. There is order and harmony all throughout the galaxy and all throughout our planet. We see it everywhere. It must be part of that out of which it is made, else it could not be. And therefore, harmony and order exist within me. They are intrinsic to that out of which I am made. And so we can rest easy, knowing that that which we call God is the source of all, and that God resides right within us. Therefore, the source resides right in us. We need go nowhere. And so if it is love that we are wanting more to experience, we need only turn within and allow it free expression. If it is peace that we want more of, we only need turn within and allow it free expression. If it is a greater abundance of health or prosperity, we need only turn within, knowing that this one substance is the source of all, and that it resides right here where we are. And as we rest in the truth of these words, the truth that these words represent, we can allow our own certainty to expand and deepen another layer. And allow gratitude to fill us for the knowing of this truth, for the deepening of this awareness. And in doing so, we let it be so, and so it is. Amen. So 2 Sundays ago, Dr. Richard launched a 7-week series based on the book, The Creative Life by Eric Butterworth. And during the same time period of the Sunday talks, Interlude will offer another opportunity to take the message from Sunday and practice it by using the exercises that Reverend Butterworth offers at the end of each chapter. And this week we're working with chapter 2, which was about faith. And so to recap a little bit from Sunday, Butterworth sees faith as a catalyst which brings forth that which is as yet unexpressed into expression. And he tells us that there is no lack of faith, that full faith, the full power of faith is always present. It is just about what we have faith in. We can have full faith in abundance or full faith in lack. Our faith is the same. It simply has a different focus. And on Sunday I talked about that, the verse in Matthew 17:20. Because you have so little faith, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. And we talked about how that's often misunderstood to mean that even if we had the teensy tiniest amount of faith, the amount of faith no bigger than a teeny tiny little mustard seed inside of us, that nothing would be impossible for us. But there's another way to look at that quote, that this tiny little mustard seed itself has full faith. Its whole tiny self is full of faith. Every last particle of it has full faith in becoming a mustard plant. There is no part of it that doubts that, no part of it that is lacking in faith. It knows its own nature. It knows that it is a unique expression of God destined to become a mustard plant. And with that unquestioned faith, the wisdom and intelligence, that same wisdom and intelligence that is within us, as us, that is the mustard seed, goes about becoming a mustard plant. And in the same way, when we know that we are one with God, one with infinite mind, when we know that the creative substance of God is our very nature, our faith is the catalyst that sparks and draws that substance into expression. As we learned in the first chapter, God is creative and we are creative because we are of God. So it is that same creative impulse, that same creative expression, that same law is alive in us because we are not separate from God. And Butterworth writes, faith activates the unexpressed possibilities of the mind. And I think inherent in the question, how can I, is an expectation of an answer. I know for myself, when I'm puzzling with something and I go, how can I, inherent for me is the expectation of an answer. There is a way. I'm just waiting for that answer to rise up in me. And that expectation is faith, the catalyst that sparks the creative idea to be revealed. When we ask that catalytic question, the answer rises from that limitless wellspring within us. Faith is always present. It is intrinsic to our nature. And as we build our knowing of who and what we truly are, our faith shifts from a faith in lack to a faith in abundance, from a faith in can't do to a faith in can do, from a faith in ourselves as victims to a faith in ourselves as powerful expressions of the one life that lives us all. For this week's exercises, we are asked to first find that quiet place within. So I thought we should start with a time of meditation first before we move into Eric Butterworth's exercises. So, if you would, go ahead and place both feet on the floor and allow your eyes, if you're comfortable, to gently close. Allow your body to feel heavy. And I like to imagine I'm in a place in nature where my body just goes, ah. And all of the cares that I've been carrying around just slide off my shoulders and are absorbed by the positive ions of the ocean or the forest or the mountains. Wherever your favorite place is, if it's by the water, you can maybe imagine yourself sitting on a rock that goes deep into the soil or into the sand if you happen to be at the beach. Or if you're in the mountains or a forest, you can imagine sitting on an old tree stump whose roots go deep into the soil. And by sitting on something like that, a rock or a tree stump, it grounds our body. It kind of helps to dissipate I like to call the static or the fuzz of the day. It allows our body to settle and become more present, to feel safe, to feel more still. Go ahead and place your attention on your breath. And with each breath, allow your body to relax into this now moment. Go ahead and let go of your day, all of the things that transpired right up until this very moment. And you can set aside any of the things that you have yet to do before the day ends. They can wait. We'll all be there when we're done if you choose to pick them back up again. But for now, just go ahead and bring your attention to this moment, right here, right now, and allow yourself to just be here. And with your next breath, if you'd like, go ahead and scrunch the muscles of your face. And then as you exhale, allow your facial muscles to relax and soften. And with your next breath, go ahead and raise your shoulders up towards your ears. And then as you exhale, slowly and gently, let them relax back down and soften. And with your next breath, you can tighten your arm muscles if you want and maybe clench your fists. And then as you exhale, allow the muscles of your arms and hands to relax and soften. And with your next breath, breathe deeply into your chest, allowing your ribs to expand. And as you exhale, allow your chest and ribs to relax and soften. And with your next breath, breathe into your abdomen. And as you exhale, allow your abdomen to relax and soften. And with your next breath, tighten your legs. And then as you exhale, allow the muscles of your legs to relax and soften. And with your next breath, go ahead and scrunch your feet. And then as you exhale, allow your feet, the muscles of your feet, to relax and soften. And bring your attention back to your breath. And by doing so, allow yourself to come into this present moment. So for his first exercise, Butterworth asks us to picture a dimmer switch, something that might be like on the wall of your dining room, knowing that it controls the flow of electric energy into a light fixture. And when you push the control up, or in the case of a knob, if you turn the knob to the right, the light in the room is increased. And when you push it down or turn the knob to the left, the light is decreased. This is the way, Butterworth tells us, mind works in controlling the energy flow in your life. So from this still place that we have just cultivated, imagine pushing the dimmer switch up. Visualize that energy flowing into your mind and body with healing life, prospering substance, and harmonizing love. Be present with how it feels to have this energy flowing into you. Open yourself fully to the sensation, whatever that is for you. Feel your sense of oneness rising. You are one with love. You are one with life. You are one with peace. You are one with wisdom. You are an emanation of the one life, birthed from the one substance, rising from the ground of all being. In his second exercise for this chapter, Butterworth uses the image of a radio receiver. He says a radio is a tuner for focusing on a station's frequency and receiving its programming. Each station is assigned a frequency on which to broadcast. If you are forever experiencing certain problems, something in you is attuned to the wrong frequency or to that frequency. If you are tuned, for example, to WROK, you will get the programming of WROK, even if you are sitting in the studio of WGOD. So if you don't like the programming you are receiving, you can tune your receiver to another channel. As an exercise, contemplate your responsibility of tuning your mind to the right frequency. Reflect on the reality of a health channel or a guidance channel. As we sit here silently, visualize tuning the dial to the appropriate channel. And then allow yourself to just rest in the vibration of the frequency you have chosen. There is just one source of all that is and all that is not yet. One life, one power, and one presence that is in and through and back of all the manifest world. And this life, this presence, this power, as individuated as you. You are in it, and it is in you. There can be no other way. This one life is your life. This one power sources you. This one presence is who you are. And the knowing of this truth opens the door to the catalyst of faith. May you use your power of faith to give expression to a fuller version of you. And so it is.
We believe giving in its highest form is a spiritual practice, and we are grateful to be among the beneficiaries of your spiritual practice this evening. May your generosities of hand and heart return to you in untold ways as they reach into our greater world to bless.
Thank you for being here this evening and exploring these exercises, these spiritual tools with me. And if you would like, you can continue to carry forward into the rest of your week the same affirmation that we shared on Sunday. I have the same full faith as the mustard seed. I am centered in God. Blessings on the rest of your week. Namaste.
I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light. I am light, I am light.